Hello guys, thank you so much for visiting our YouTube channel. And this is Dr. Brian Myler, your host here at the BMIK TV. And just like we promised in our previous video, where we're talking about how to search for universities with possible funding in Australia, we have come back yet with another video this time around to begin going into a little bit of details in those scholarships that are available in those universities that we looked at in Australia. So in that series, we are actually beginning with Queensland University of Technology, like you can actually see on this particular, web page that we have just opened. Just in case you have not yet subscribed and you are coming here for the first time, please subscribe and you may become part of the community so that when we actually share opportunities such as this one, you will be able to take advantage of them. And if anything, if you have not hit that notification bell, please hit that notification bell and select all notifications so that each time we upload videos such as these ones, you will be amongst the first few to be notified. And, that way you will be able to take advantage of the scholarship opportunities that we are sharing. And remember, sharing is caring. And at the BMIK TV, we actually care. So now on these scholarship opportunities that we're looking at today, you will notice that there are quite a number of scholarships. And so we will not manage to actually, read through each of the details. But one thing that you may need to know is that these scholarships are actually fully funded for, PhD, Master of Philosophy degree and master's level of study. But most of them are actually for PhD programs and the MPhil program. And so one thing that you'll notice is that the way these scholarships are, they are such that most of them will be like stipend, full stipend scholarship, whereby you actually receive coverage of your living costs by one particular scholarship. And then on the other hand, the university covers your full tuition as a PhD or an MPhil student. So in that way, your program becomes fully funded, and then you'll be able to pursue your studies without having to worry about how to finance your studies in Australia at Queensland University of Technology. And so, as you can see that there are quite a number of scholarships. And so I would like to just look at those that have deadlines coming in January and those that are still open. And because of this, we'll basically look at some of those scholarships that have deadlines in January and use them as an example to actually show the application process. So now to start, you can actually see here that we have, different scholarship opportunities here on this particular web page. Different scholarship opportunities here. Some of them are closed in terms of deadline, whilst others are open. So of those that are open, I would like to actually start with the electrochemical energy storage PhD scholarship opportunity. And you can actually see that this actually covers science, technology, engineering, and mathematics science. And it's based on one's academic performance. And the deadline is 31st January 2023. So if we click on this one, you will notice that on this particular page that comes up, you will see that this scholarship is for both domestic students and international students, and it actually covers postgraduate as well as research and PhD, programs. So when you actually see postgraduate, they're simply referring to master's degree level of study. And when you talk about research, they are actually talking about MPhil programs as well as PhD programs. So this is basically for future prospecting students and those current students. So in terms of how much the scholarship will cover is that one will receive a stipend of $30,000 per year. And this will be given for a maximum duration of 3.5 years with a possibility of extension for up to 6 months. So when you receive this, just like what I was saying, then as a student, an international student, for example, you also receive a tuition fee scholarship to cover your research degree program. And that as a domestic student, you also receive a research training program to actually cover your tuition fees. And this will actually come from the Australian government for domestic students. So these are the different eligibility criteria. And if you want to actually look at this, you can click on this Doctor of Philosophy. I'll be able to share the link to these scholarship opportunities in the description box so that you can actually look at each of them at your own time. Now, in terms of the application process, I'll use this as an example because the application process is pretty much similar to all scholarship opportunities at this particular university. So first of all, you need to actually contact the one who is advertising this scholarship. And basically, that will actually be your potential supervisor. So in this case, the supervisor for this particular research program is Dr. Jai Ye. And so when you contact this doctor, basically what you're doing is you are giving it details of your academic qualifications and research background, and then your motivation to research in this particular field and why this interest in this particular scholarship. And then you also include a CV. And so once you have had that conversation with your potential supervisor, then you actually be given a go ahead to actually submit what is called an expression of interest, where you can get advice on how to do that on the how to apply for research degree link here. And in doing the expression of interest, you will need to nominate this supervisor here as your proposed principal supervisor, and then copy the link of this particular scholarship into question 2 of the financial details section of the application form. And if you do have any questions about QUT's application process, then you can actually contact this email address here. And then if in case you have additional questions about the scholarship opportunity and the research project, you basically want to contact the supervisor. And this here is just additional information about the scholarship, which you can actually read at your own time. So when we do go back here, I basically will not spend much time talking about the application process because it's pretty much similar. So if we come down here, we actually see that we have this scholarship opportunity here, which is also open to domestic and international student, and it's also covering postgraduate and research degree programs. So you can actually see the amount of money that is actually being given for stipend, 34,627 per annum, with a possible extension of 6 months. And when you do get this to actually cover your living costs, then you also get an international student scholarship to actually cover your tuition fees. And so like that, you are fully funded to study at this particular university with that scholarship. And there is the eligibility criteria and the how to apply. But this time around, the one you are contacting is Professor Rebecca Russell Bennett. And this is pretty much similar to what we looked at earlier on. And so when you go back, you actually find then we have what is called the tuition fee sponsorship for research students. So this is basically the tuition fee scholarship that you will receive once you apply for the stipend scholarship. Then you will automatically receive this tuition fee sponsorship for research students. So if I click on this, you actually see that that is basically what they say on this particular scholarship. So what happens is that basically a tuition fee sponsorship is used to extinguish the liability of an international student to pay tuition fees. It cannot be converted into another type of benefit of payment. Tuition fee sponsorships are funded by QUT. The value of the tuition fee sponsorship is estimated based on the annual course costs. And so the maximum duration of the tuition fee sponsorship is up to 4 years full-time equivalent for candidates of a research doctorate degree, or up to 2 years for candidates of a research master's degree. The duration of the tuition fee sponsorship will be reduced by any prior periods of prior enrollment in a previous research degree from which you transfer into your current degree. And you would find here that international students who enroll in a QUT research degree and in receipt of this particular stipend scholarship awarded by QUT are the ones who are actually eligible for this particular scholarship. The stipend scholarship funded by an organization with which QUT has an external agreement to sponsor fees for this student or relevant cohort. Candidates will not be eligible if they receive another tuition fees to offset tuition fees. And so that's basically what they actually say. And so you do not need to actually apply for this. You will be automatically considered for this once you have actually applied for the stipend scholarship. So that's basically something that you want to know. And then we have this scholarship here. You can see that on this scholarship, there is, again, research and PhD programs. It's for future students. And these are the programs that are covered here for this particular scholarship. And then it's open for domestic and international students. And this is the amount of money that one is going to receive in stipend. And once you receive this again, your tuition fees will be automatically covered by the QUT scholarship tuition fee scholarship. And this time around, the potential supervisor that you are contacting is Dr. Lisa Pope for this particular scholarship opportunity. So if you do go back here, you can see that we have additional scholarships here, like the ARC Peter PhD scholarship. This is actually a scholarship that is funding research in understanding the barriers preventing the adoption of technologies in targeted sectors of the Australian economy. And it covers all these programs here: business, creative practice, communication, and design. And so if we do look at this, we'll find that we will see the amount that this particular scholarship is offering, 34,000 per year. And there's a possibility of extension. And again, once you receive that, you also receive the International Student Scholarship to cover your tuition fees. And this time around, you will actually be contacting Professor Uwe Dulek as the potential supervisor when you seek to apply for this particular scholarship. And you can actually read much more information about this particular scholarship. So then we come here, there's this other scholarship here, which again is open to both domestic and international students, and is actually giving a stipend of $30,000 for 3 years for a PhD scholarship. And one must actually be eligible for a QUT academic degree program, and they must meet the English language requirement. And in terms of how to apply, basically, the one you are contacting this time around is Dr. Adam Gorman as your potential supervisor for this particular PhD scholarship opportunity. And so if you go back, you can find that we actually have much more scholarships. There's this one here called the Arc Discovery Project Scholarship in Materials Science. It's for engineering, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So when you look at that, you will find that also here it's open to both domestic and international students. It's also giving a stipend of $28,597. up to 3 years for PhD students, and up to 1.5 years for the Master of Philosophy students. And so in terms of applying for this, you are basically applying by emailing your cover letter and an updated CV to Professor Hua Yongzhu or Dr. Sarina. And so these are the basically, the few scholarships that you can actually look at on this particular website. So now, those were just like examples of, to show the details of the scholarships that are actually available at this particular university. But you can actually see that we have much more scholarships here. So we have this scholarship here. If we click on it, we will come and then we'll find actually that it's pretty much similar. It's a stipend scholarship, and then automatically your tuition fees are covered by the QUT scholarship program. And again, if you're going to be applying for this scholarship, this is pretty much described here on how to apply for research degree programs and the scholarship as a whole. And then the next one here is access to screen culture in algorithm age PhD scholarship, and this is from the law and justice programs. And when we do look at these, we actually see that it's covering both research and PhD programs, and it's open to domestic and international students. It's also giving a scholarship of 28,597 per annum. And this goes on for 3 years with the possibility of extending up to 6 months. And so when it comes to eligibility, it has been well highlighted there. And then the application process is pretty similar. So the potential supervisor this time for you is Dr. Kyle Paparado. And this is the one you should actually be emailing to actually find out much more and express interest in this particular scholarship opportunity. So friends, you can actually go through the rest of the scholarships on this particular page, and I'll be able to actually share this link with you in the description box so that at your own time, you can actually take time to go through the remaining scholarships, which are, because of time, I will not really go through to go, scholarship by scholarship, talking about them. When I know that I've done justice by giving you the link in the description box so that you can actually go through these other scholarships here, and also the last ones that are on the third page here for you to actually go through at your own time. So friends, you can actually see that there's a whole lot of funding that is available for you to pursue, academic studies. And so you have no excuse for you not to actually go for these opportunities, because these opportunities are there for you, and we are here to actually share these opportunities with you. When we share with them, please, when you share, these scholarship opportunities with you, what we would like to see is for you to actually take advantage of this scholarship, jump on them, do your own research, and perhaps we should be celebrating you, in the near future, that you actually took advantage of these scholarship opportunities that we are sharing. And you would do well to notify us once things go well with you, because we are rooting for you and we can't wait to celebrate you. So as you are going into the festive season, these are some of the scholarships you want to start working on, and see if you can jump on these scholarship opportunity. And just in case you are watching this video and these opportunities may not apply to you, but somebody that might be interested in these particular scholarship opportunities, you might actually do well to share this video with them, and please encourage them to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that they can become part of the family. And each time we actually share opportunities like this, they can actually take advantage of these opportunities, and who knows, one day they may be able to actually pursue studies at a destination of their choice through these opportunities that we are sharing. And just in case you are still, deciding on which destination you should actually, look at when it comes to going to actually do your studies abroad, we did, do a video for you, which is in our playlist, and you may do well to actually go back to that video and watch it, because it will actually give you some of the factors that you would want to consider when you are actually deciding for your destination of where to actually pursue your graduate studies or your undergraduate studies abroad. And not only that, friends, it gives you some guide. And with that guidance, you'll be, able to make an informed decision. And in case you came here for the first time and, you are happy with this video, we would like you to smash that like button. Give this video a thumbs up. And when you've done that, friends, would encourage you to watch other opportunities in the other videos that we have shared. Quite a number of videos on this channel, videos that have talked about scholarship opportunities in the United States, scholarship opportunities in Canada, scholarship opportunities, in the United Kingdom, and, these scholarship opportunities from undergraduate, master's degree, and PhD level of study. So you do well to actually, watch those videos and take advantage of those scholarship opportunities. At this point, I would like to simply say thank you so much for watching this video. And until next time, at this point, I would like to simply say bye-bye.